I don't want a label. I don't feel like I can be pinpointed. You know, I say what I have to say and I keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, I always think the word likable or not likable is bandied around too much, especially in Hollywood. You always hear that only about women. That's the only time you hear that word ever used.
Yes.
You know, that Mad Men, Don Draper, Breaking Bad, you know, Tony Soprano. You never hear like, is he likable enough?
It never crossed my mind that my gender was some sort of social impediment to anything, let alone writing. And so as an adult, to see the barriers in publishing and in life that women face has been really frustrating.
There would be times where I'm like, what am I doing with myself? What is this life? You know, like I can't make a living as a writer. And then I just kept going because that was the only thing that made sense to me, the only thing that I wanted to do.
I love comics and I've dreamed about writing comics my whole life. But for me, saying that I thought I was gonna write for comics is like saying that I thought I was gonna be on the Olympic water polo team.
Women are really dope. I believe in our magic. And I think that there have always been women doing incredible things. And yet we lose so much by not knowing their names, not knowing their stories, which is why I appreciate you for doing this.
You know, the impact that this story has, I hope, means that these women and their legacies will endure, you know, that they won't just come and go, but now this is a part of American history with a capital H, as it should be.
Perhaps most importantly for me, I see trans things. I see things about being trans.
It's important to us to recognize the contributions of the people who do the work.
They would correct me. They would say, no, you need to start a Latino theater company. The movement is not there. The Latino theater movement is not there. You need to wait, they kept saying, you know, to have an all-female group. And I thought, well, that's exactly why we need to have an all-female group.
My job in Wild was to tell you how it felt to be me that summer, to tell you how it felt to be inside my body, inside my mind, inside my feet.
And then in the book, I think which kind of makes it different from the first one, is I think I'm a little more vulnerable in this one.
I have that in me. It's part, I mean, like Whitman said, we contain multitudes, and one of my multitudes is that energy. Even now, I mean, I felt it at the Riot Fest, you know, I have that in me.
Because when I write, I mean, I'm a woman, and I'm actively a woman, and I'm a Black woman, but I'm also just free, and I can do whatever I want on the page, and nothing can hold me down, and I love that.
I want to live in a Chicago, I want to raise children in a Chicago that is for everybody and that shares the wealth and the joy and the beauty and all the wonderful, amazing assets we have for everybody.
What was so powerful about the Me Too movement really being unleashed on social media earlier this year or late last year was that we actually heard the voices behind those stories and people had the courage to be able to tell them. And as a society, we really started to listen.
If we just do little things like support each other in solidarity, if we just remember that if we are in a group in which we have more power, usually, we have to remember to listen as much as we talk.
We are here for the American people. That's who we work for. We don't work for the banks. We don't work for Wall Street. We don't work for anybody else in government. We work for the American people. That's our job. That's our charge.
I think hope is really important, particularly now.
And I think that in terms of, you know, what's the style of this movement, I think that there is a real focus on intersectionality, which is, you know, an 18-letter word just to say we are three-dimensional people.
times in our life, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there